Hi everyone, this is Justin Keir, and one of the things that somebody asked me to do was do a review of a monthly subscription service that I subscribe to. It's called Lucha Loot. Many people subscribe to like BarkBox for their dogs, or WrestleCrate, one of the other professional wrestling boxes out there. I think there's a Comic-Con one, or just about anything you can think of. Action figures, non-geeky stuff, clothes, all that kind of good stuff. What do I subscribe to? Lucha Loot. What is Lucha Loot? Well, Lucha Loot is something that's put out by a company called Masked Republic, which is a company that represents luchadors in the United States, also produces merchandise for said luchadors, and you can buy it from their website. One of the services they offer is the Lucha Loot, at Lucha Loot on Twitter and social media. But anyways, let's jump right into it. One of the things I wanted to do was actually review the stuff and not spend so much time looking at my ugly mug and get into it. I'm a big professional wrestling fan, have been since I was a really little kid. My grandma and my mom got me into it back in the WWF days, back in the late 80s. Grew up obviously watching it through my teen years, got into Lucha Libre through WCW, through the Cruiserweight division, much like many of you out there. Was fascinated by the mask, the culture, the history behind some of the symbology on the masks, and the family lineage and things like that. So what is Lucha Loot? What do you get? Well, let me show you really quickly here. I'm shooting this myself, so I apologize for the relatively poor quality. You get a box per month. I get the deluxe box. You can get a standard box. You can get a deluxe box. The deluxe one is more expensive. You get more stuff in it. But generally, you get a mask, a t-shirt, an autographed 8x10, and then the difference between the deluxe and standard is you get more stuff. And I think sometimes you get exclusive stuff in the deluxe box. Okay, so to make things easier, what I've done here is open the box and try to spread it out here. So this is kind of what you get in the deluxe box really quickly, just kind of going through here. I talked about Masked Republic. There are some of their social media handles. In this box you get a mouse pad with their logo on it. But one of the great things about Lucha Loot is the fact that you get some artistic integrity through the company. Masked Republic pairs up with artists that do unique artwork for the luchadors. You can see here we've got a postcard with Mil Muertes, or 1,000 Deaths for those of you that watch Lucha Underground. You also have Guerrera Maya Jr., or the Mayan warrior, an artist's interpretation of his mask, and I think he's actually utilized that design for future masks that he's wearing. Also, Rudo Can't Fail, which is a publication put out by a lot of diehard Lucha Libre fans. This is issue number 7, and talks about results around Mexico and the United States for Lucha Libre. A lot of great artwork inside, some cool pictures as well. In this month's box, you get the AIW DVD, The Gauntlet for the Gold events, which was back in March in Cleveland, Ohio, my old stomping grounds. But you can see Pentagon Jr., Zack Sabre Jr. on there as well. I think Raymond Rowe, Alex Shelley, and a few others. Many of you know Zack Sabre Jr. He's going to be in the WWE Cruiserweight tournament this summer. Pentagon Jr. needs no introduction for this audience. And then as we take a look here, and I'm being watched as I film this, by the way, so you may hear some laughter in the background. But anyways, Masked Republic also pairs up with Lucha Libre apparel and gyms and different things like that. This is the Rudos gym bag. For those of you that are uninitiated, the Rudos are the bad guys. They are the rule breakers in Lucha Libre. Not to be confused with the Technicos. The technical wrestlers are those who follow the rules. So if you're a Rudo, you're a bad guy, this gym bag's for you. Then we go into some of the higher end stuff in the box. You've got the mask, which this month is Villano, or Villain. I remember Villano from the WCW days, Villano 4, from the Villano family. Tended to be jobbers in WCW, but obviously rich heritage in the Lucha Libre scene there. I'm not sure which Villano that is. I just assume it's the standard Villano family member. I have to confess, I don't know who this is off the top of my head. I should have done my research, but according to the cheat sheet, it is, give me a second here to find it, okay, it is the Golden Lynx in Spanish. I'm not familiar with him, although according to my cheat sheet, he will be in the WWE Cruiserweight Tournament, and perhaps the crowning jewel of this box is Rey Horus. Many of you know him as Dragon Azteca Jr. in Lucha Underground. Rey, or King Horus in Spanish, is what his name is on the independent scene in Lucha Libre. A t-shirt there. I think the standard box, according to some spoilers on Twitter, may have been a different t-shirt. So that's one of the differences between the standard and the deluxe box. So it cost me about between 30 to 39 bucks a month with shipping. You get a lot of cool stuff. And I have to say, this is a great box. Don't get me wrong. I think a couple of the ones just that preceded this one, the April box and the February box, or excuse me, the March box were great. One of them had a Pentagon Junior autograph 8x10, can't top that. And last month also had Katrina, who follows me on Twitter. Thank you, Katrina, from Lucha Underground, is an 8x10 box with a pretty good picture of Katrina. I'll just put it that way, so you can check it out. So hopefully this has educated you a little bit on Lucha Loot. This is just something that I subscribe to personally, not something that's endorsed by anybody that I work for or work with or anything like that. This is just Justin Kier being a huge geek on Twitter. So again, I'm Justin Kier. Maybe we'll do a review of the May Lucha Loot box or one of the other subscription services, and maybe I'll take you through the collection of Lucha Loot, Lucha Libre, WWE stuff that I have in my house, which would probably be so embarrassing to show on social media. But anyways, I'm Justin Kier. We'll see you next time.